Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, hello people and welcome back to another video. It is the big 26. We are back on the grind. You know, we are just 2026 is going to be our year. By the time I'm filming this, it is the 4th of January 2026. I don't know when this is going to come out, but it will be the first video coming out, and then we'll be doing just back on the grind. 2026 is our year. And the fact that it's the 4th of January and it's only snowing now, that's just absolutely bollocks. You know, I'll try and show you without doxing myself. But there is a lot of snow outside. That's Tony right there. Bad man. But, get the webcam back there. We are. But enough talking. Let's just get into this video. And it is called Where the Fuck Find My Friend? Because last time we saw him, he was getting knocked out by MadR1ght. So, I guess this video will explain everything. People who do not know Israel Adesanya, you're not into the UFC, just stay tuned anyway, yeah? Who wants to miss a MadR1ght react? Come on, man. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Where the hell is Israel Adesanya? Israel Adesanya is a name you probably haven't heard of in a very long time. The last time we saw him fight was February 1st of this year, when he unfortunately looked like he lost a step in
This is really sad, though. Seriously.
Speed and got knocked out by MadR1ght, which would cap off a 3-fight losing streak. And since then, we really haven't heard from him this year. Despite him being the ranked number 6 contender in the middleweight division, it seems like everyone in the rankings besides him has a fight booked for the next year. He's honestly been more of a reaction YouTuber than a contender these days. And in this year alone, the middleweight division moved very fast from him. Of course, DDP would lose his championship belt to Khamzat.
That was one of the most slugfest fights in the world. Like, I don't even know. Like DDP and Khamzat doing his little. The fuck does that?
And then the new generation of contenders in this division got real interesting and basically took over, with MadR1ght, of course, reaching number 1 contender, RDR having a really good year, only to be stopped by another young and great contender in Brendan Allen. A very violent and scary Anthony Fluffy Hernandez got up in the rankings and is set to fight Sean Strickland, and then Kyle Brahalio is also up there too with his fight.
Strickland and Hernandez fight. That'll be a good one. They're both fucking machines, and I've been wanting to see Strickland fight again.
Against RDR planned as well. The middleweight division in less than a year has completely moved on from Izzy's generation of middleweights like Robert Whittaker, Jared Cannonier, and Izzy himself. So where does Israel Adesanya go from here? Is he going to be an actual contender? Can he actually go for 2-time championship status? Or is he bound to lose a couple more before he ultimately retires?
You haven't listened?
For fuck's sake. Hold on. My bad, people. We'll carry on. Sorry about the fucking ads. It's really annoying. And sorry if you hear me sniffing throughout this entire time. But seriously, I'm just dying at the minute.
Foremost, the answer to where Israel Adesanya has been is just chilling. The guy has been insanely active during his prime. Like, it was actually unreal. He fought 4 times in 2018, 3 times in 2019, 2 times in 2020, 2 times in 2021, and 3 times in 2022 as champion. Considering nowadays most fighters fight like once or twice a year, and most champions fight about once a year, if that type of activity from Izzy back in the day.
Oh yeah, he was definitely in his prime. Literally one of the best champions that there was. Like, there's nobody really like Israel Adesanya, to be fair.
Especially as champion, was unreal. So, of course, that activity is going to go down and down as Izzy ages and we get later into his career, especially considering his last...
You know what, right? Here's my thing. I think, yeah, Israel Adesanya should go against Michael Venom Page. That would be a fucking killer fight, you know? And guys, if you don't know who Michael Venom Page is, this is his UFC record right now. So it's a win-win, loss-win record in the UFC. He is literally probably like one of the best middleweights in my opinion. He's my favorite current fighter, just from how he is. Like, we saw him against Jared Cannonier, and he just absolutely pieced him up. And it's not like he's getting all of these knockouts. Like, unanimous decision. I know he lost that one against Ian Machado Gary, but still, win-win, loss-win. Izzy's on a he's. I wouldn't even say he's an up and comer, but he could definitely become the champion. It's just like, how old is he? Like 30 something, yeah. And he's got a 24-3 record, so it's fucking good. Yeah, and this is him right here. Yeah, he's 38 years old, so very close to 40. And we never really see MMA fighters still fighting their 40s. Like we saw Demetrius Johnson. Forget when he retired. I'm pretty sure he was like 36 or something when he retired. But, this is him here. He's a really, really different kind of fighter that the UFC has got. Like, he's really, like, technical. Like, fully technical. Like, look at his stance here. He's always just side on. And he just unloads and manages to win almost all of the time. Like, him in his prime, he was in Strikeforce and he pieced almost everyone up. We'll get back to the normal video now. Alright, we're back on the normal video now.
2 losses were finished losses. Naturally, Izzy is going to take extended breaks, especially at the age of 36. But recently, Izzy was talking about coming back and fighting in a recent training video at MadR1ght Thai in Thailand and keeping it real, saying, for me, it's not about the belts anymore. I just want to fight. I just want to do things like I did on the way to the belt. I still fought really well when I was defending the belt, but I want to fight more freely. I want to try some risky shit like I used to, which is honestly a refreshing thing to hear from a former champion. He recognizes that his time has passed. Realistically, he's probably not going to get to the belt again, and he's in the stage of his career where his name is probably going to still generate some hype for a fight regardless of who he faces. And honestly, he's just going to go out there to have fun. And I also like how self-aware he is about how he's fought in the past, because when Izzy was coming up and going for the belt, this dude was insanely exciting. He had a sick finish win over Derek Brunson, a war with Kelvin Gastelum, and a KO win over...
He was literally like the new Anderson Silva, some people were saying. And he just managed to piece people up like crazy.
Robert Whittaker for the belt. And then when he became champion, he kind of started to play it safe and take way less risk in comparison to how he was as a contender, and he got a lot of criticism for that. So now that he's just in it for some fun fights, we might see some crazy action between a risk-taking Izzy and a new generation middleweight. But who does Izzy face in that next fight? Like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of new middleweights are booked and or otherwise have no reason to be fighting Izzy. MadR1ght is injured, and obviously, even if he wasn't, there's no way Izzy would have gotten that title shot. DDP and Izzy already fought. We've moved past that beef. Nasruddin Imavov already fought and finished Izzy. Sean Strickland is fighting Anthony Hernandez. Kyle and RDR are going at it. So it kind of leaves Brendan Allen to face Izzy, which would make sense ranking-wise, but there's been some rumors that DDP wants to make his return against Brendan Allen, which would make a lot of sense too, considering Brendan Allen is a young up-and-comer, and him and DDP would be a great way to move up the rankings, or it could be a moment where DDP reminds everyone that he's still championship material. So if Izzy doesn't get Brendan Allen, who's next? If Izzy still wants a top contender, he would have to wait even more. But I think even if he does get that top contender, he would be cooked, even if he takes more risks. The thing is about this new generation is that they're so well-rounded and killers across every martial art. When Izzy was fighting, most of the middleweights were purely strikers, which of course is a big factor to why Izzy was so dominant during this reign. But now, these guys are killers everywhere. But middleweight especially has been kind of getting grappling heavy as of recent. Khamzat Chimaev is on top of this division, but you also have Brendan Allen, Kyle, Fluffy, and RDR, who are all deadly on the ground. DDP and Nasruddin Imavov are usually strikers, but their wrestling is also pretty good as well. Long are the days of pure striking.
Oh yeah, like, I'm not a big fan of Nasruddin Imavov, but however you fucking say his name. I mean, the guy I'm reacting to, he's American, so he'll say it different. But like, Imavov, he's such a good fighter. Like he is definitely champion material in my opinion. But it's just like I don't like him.
And that type of striking that Israel Adesanya used to thrive in. If Izzy fights any of the contenders of middleweight now, I don't think it's going to go his way. So outside of the top new gen contenders, you possibly have, I don't know, Whitaker trilogy, but at the same time, I don't think anyone wants to see that. Me personally, I would still love to see an MVP versus Izzy fight. The striking.
What the fuck? Nah, I promise you, yeah. Mum's life, everything on everything I love. I've never watched this video before. I've never ever watched this video before on everything I love. Maybe that's just how good I am with this shit, bro. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that this would be a fucking banger fight, but I swear on everything I love, that's the most craziest prediction I've ever fucking done. Right, on everything I love. I swear down, cross my heart, brother, that is fucking mental.
There would be elite, but
Swear
considering
down,
they're
I did
friends,
not
I
watch
really
this
don't see
video.
that happening. There are rumors that he could possibly fight Paulo Costa in a rematch, but one, I don't know how many people would like to see that rematch, and two, I don't know if Paulo Costa even wants to fight these days as he continues to pull out. So again, Brendan Allen makes sense, but I don't know if the UFC would prioritize that fight over a DDP Brendan Allen fight. And even if Izzy gets that fight, would it be competitive? I think Izzy has lost a step in speed, and I don't know if he can keep up with the elite grappling of Brendan Allen, especially after a great performance over RDR.
Imagine being able to build.
Fuck. Oh, fucking Bender, bro. What the fuck?
Name, it would. So I don't know. If we want to see a semi-competitive fight against another big name, it would probably be a Whitaker trilogy or a Paulo Costa rematch, as much as I don't really want to see that. I also wouldn't mind a fun striking match with RoboCop, even though he's way down to number 14. But whatever Izzy's next move is, it's pretty clear that he has probably 1 to 2 fights left, with maybe 3 pushing it. We're towards the end of his career. He's slower. The new gen of middleweight contenders are pretty much stylistic nightmares for him, and it looks like he's enjoying life outside of fighting these days. But the end of Izzy's career really makes you miss his activity at middleweight, especially at the top. He was fighting like 2 to 3 times as champion, and even if he was boring in some of those, he was moving the division quickly. Look at the middleweight division now with Hamzat on top. That guy fights once a year, if we're lucky, and is always sick or injured. Izzy was also talking a lot of shit too, which was bringing in a big casual audience to the sport as well. And who could forget these 2 legendary fights with Alex Pereira?
They were
Look,
crazy.
if you love Alex Pereira, you really have to love Israel Adesanya too, as his career in the beginning was pretty much built off of Israel Adesanya and that return and that villain arc. So you have to appreciate Israel Adesanya for that as well. So I don't know where Israel Adesanya goes from here. Again, all of the new middleweight contenders are killers. It's not looking like he's getting any faster or any better at this age. He's fought a lot of the bottom tier middleweights already. So he might just be a stepping stone for a lot of these younger guys to get towards the belt and just get a name out there for the casual community. Brendan Allen, if he beats Israel Adesanya, would propel him towards the belt and would get his name out to a bigger casual audience that knows Israel Adesanya. And that pretty much goes for anybody Israel Adesanya faces these days. So my hope is Israel Adesanya gets like 1 or 2 fun fights against young guys, or maybe a weird trilogy fight against an older guy in the bottom of the division. But hopefully he doesn't get beat too bad and we don't see him prolong his inevitable retirement. But anyways, what do you guys think about Israel Adesanya? What do you guys think about his legacy? Do you miss?
Okay, so great video that was. Leave a like on that. Okay, so that was very good video. My opinions don't have too much. I just think is he should at least fight 1 more time or 2 and then just call it quits, because he's getting older. Like the guy said, he's getting slower as well. You know, as time goes on, it's really rare that older guys get better as time goes on. And normally it just never is the case. But, I mean, we'll see what he does. It's a great video. Also, sorry if I sound like a dead rat, right? But I'm genuinely like dying. And it's snowing, which that's bringing up my spirit a bit. And it's bringing up my spirit that I know that I've got you guys to watch my videos, just enjoy them. I know we've not got a massive fan base, yeah? But we don't need a massive fan base. It's the people who watch it all the way through, who like my videos. That's the people who keep me going, you know? Not the people who click on, watch it, leave, never watch another video. Because if you are one of those people, that's fine, you know. But Matt, just think about it. Think about subscribing. Think about turning the notifications on. Think about liking this video if you really enjoyed it. And there'll just be more like it. And I always go off your guys' recommendations. Because without you guys, I wouldn't actually be able to be doing this. Like I said, I've not got a massive fan base, but it's those 26 subscribers that count, that actually watch my videos. So to you guys, I say thank you. Have a great 2026. Hope it's good for every single person who are watching my videos. And that sounds a bit weird. Everyone who's in the world, I just hope it goes amazing for everyone. But hope you all had an amazing Christmas and New Year's. It is now time to see how the new year treats us. Like I said at the start, 2026 is our year on this MadR1ght channel. You know, might get into streaming, might not. It's more of a reason like it's going to probably take ages. I just need to get more stuff set up. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like. If you haven't subscribed already, then do that right now. I love you guys, and as always, I will see you later. Bye, bye.